A long time ago, I electrified my bicycle by putting a starter motor from a car on it, which would then drive the front wheel of the bike using a chain drive system. Now, it was a fun project, but the end result wasn't really what I wanted. The performance, so that is the acceleration and top speed, were too low, it suffered from reliability issues, and also the efficiency was so low that the battery would only last for a few minutes. So I then decided to improve this electric bike by replacing the starter motor with a brushless electric motor, which had much greater efficiency and allowed for much better performance as well. However, the reliability issues were still there, as this version still had a chain drive system with a chain that could run off and a very complicated gearbox that had problems as well. And therefore, as you might have observed from the title of this video, I've made yet another version of this homemade electric bicycle. What hasn't changed is the control system, which is still an Arduino in a plastic box. It's also still running exactly the same software. What is different is the power supply. So instead of having that sketchy lithium polymer battery on the luggage rack, I've now just got a power bank, which I can connect to this USB cable and just put it in my pocket while riding. It works much better, it's more convenient. The main batteries have moved from the luggage rack back to the frame of the bicycle, and we've also got rid of these stupidly large power connectors. Of course, what has really changed is the drivetrain. Okay, so as you can see, the drivetrain now works in a completely different way. So instead of having a sprocket on the drive system and on the wheel and a chain that connects them, we've now got a layer of neoprene stuck to the outside of the motor, followed by a layer of sandpaper, and then this whole assembly is just being pushed down by a couple of springs onto the tyre, so that when the motor turns, it just drives the wheel directly. The main advantage of this system is its insane simplicity. There is so little that can go wrong with this system that nothing does go wrong with this system. There is no chain that can run off, there is no complicated gearbox that can have problems. It's just a belt sander sitting on your tyre. That's basically what it is. And since the motor isn't really slipping on the tyre, as it's quite grippy, the wear on the tyre is not as much as you might expect. Also, the whole assembly can be lifted off the wheel by operating a lever on the steer of the bike, which is basically a clutch system. Anyway, that's enough talk about how it works. Let's actually take it out for a test drive, shall we? Okay then, so as you can see, I'm sitting on the bike. The batteries are all wired up, so that means we can take off. Well, it's not exactly taking off, but it accelerates reasonably well, so let's go. There we go, and I'm not pedalling right now. Look, just doing some fully electric cruising here. Actually, the acceleration of this machine is quite good. It's much better than the last one, because in the previous version, you know, sure, you could accelerate. It had the same motor as this one, so it had the same power, but you would have to be very careful, right? You'd have to be very careful because it would fall apart very easily, right? The chain would run off or the gearbox would get issues, but this one, I can just drive off just like this, you know, and it just keeps going and it doesn't fail. Even rough terrain, oh, that was a branch straight in my face, but even rough terrain can't stop this electric bicycle, and I'm still not pedalling, as you will see. Now, because this is quite scary while holding his camera. Alright, so I think I can call this project a success now. Finally I've fixed all the reliability issues, and because of that, the real-world performance has also increased by quite a bit. This thing can go much faster without falling apart than its predecessors. In fact, it can reach about 45 kilometers an hour or something like that without pedaling. So that's rather impressive, although most of the time I don't go that fast on this machine. What I would like to add to it in the future is a regenerative braking system. But of course, that's for another video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and of course, thank you for watching.